Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I've got this massive mold from Into Resin to do. It is the serving tray that has the dish that goes in the center. And then on the side I have 3 small orders that I wanted to just fill, because if you guys order from me, please expect several weeks to get done because I have things I have to do and I try to fit them in. So I'm going to try to do 3, which these are easy. These are just magnets that have been brushed with chameleon powder. This one is a little turtle that's going to get alcohol ink dripped. And then I have an order for 4 more of these picture frames. So this one's going to be dark blue. So I'm just going to start on those 3, but this is the main focus. So I'm going to mix up, I was going to mix up my food safe resin until I realized that's tabletop and I can't pour tabletop this deep. It will flash cure, can't do it. So I'm going to mix up my regular epoxy, and whoever gets this will have to just put like saran wrap, cling wrap, whatever you call it, plastic wrap over the surface before you actually put food in there, because Let's Resin is not food safe epoxy. So I'm going to mix up like 20 ounces and we'll see how far that gets us. And this I'm going to just gradient the colors light to dark in blues, of course. I have blue, aquamarine, and midnight blue. I just couldn't decide on one color. I didn't want to just pour it clear, and I don't add glitter to things like this because you don't see the glitter, so I don't want to waste the glitter. So I mean, blue is the most popular color. Seeing that I'm not keeping this for myself, I'm going with the blue. I know you guys are probably getting tired of the blue, but blue is everybody's favorite color. So when it goes in my eBay store as a demo, it's got to appeal to plenty of people, especially a piece this big. So let me grab some resin and let's start pouring and see what we get.
Michelle's creations have no end. From coasters bright to jars that gleam, she brings to life each shining dream. Glitz and glitter, watch them dance. In Michelle's hands they find their chance. Resin flows and sparkles play.
That is debubbled and beautiful. Look at that, 20 ounces in the vacuum chamber, done in like 6 minutes. What I'm gonna do is layer my colors. I want like 3 sections. Blue doesn't generally stain your molds. Now that I say that, it probably will. But I want like a combination of clear and blue, kind of swirly. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. I like this technique lately. Get down there. And then I think for the tray I'm going to do just one color, just to set it off a little bit from the rest. I think what I'm gonna do is just pour some and then put some more color in and then pour some more. I'm not quite sure. I'm winging it, guys. You know that's my game. I'm just gonna pour a small layer, then drip some more inks. Ooh, that's a pretty color, that aquamarine. I don't know, I'm just gonna drip until I'm happy with what it looks like. Let's get a layer everywhere here. And then do this again. Hoping it stays kind of marbly. I don't know. I don't know if it will. And then do it again. I'm pouring this first because I don't want my resin to flash cure. And then I think what I will do, because as you pour over all this, it does move, I'm just gonna top the back with a few colors. Is this gonna take the whole 20? Oh no, tell me it's not. Then I gotta mix up some more. Wouldn't that be something if I guessed this just right, even though I was trying to guess for everything? I don't even have enough for the little dish. Oh my gosh, it took the entire 20. So I'm gonna be mixing up more for the dish, which is fine because now I don't need to feel rushed. Not that I needed to feel rushed, but I've got several things sitting here to do. So this holds 20 by itself. Get it all out. See, I told you, I'm not very good at guesstimating. I am going to, what do I want to do here? Let me use my little torch so I can keep my VOCs down in this room. Get these surface bubbles off. And what do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna drip some color here where it's missing, and then stir it in. Because I don't want like spots like that. I just want to have some color in those spots. You won't see underneath that anyway when your dish is in. And I'm sure it's going to move a little bit when it's curing. It's just going to kind of suck to the center like it always does. Now I have to guess how much more I need for those. That looks good though. I'm happy with it. Just keep making bubbles, which you probably wouldn't even see after the fact. Okay, that looks good. It actually can hold a little bit more. So if I have more, well, I probably should pour it in here first. Let me just mix up some more. I don't need this big cup, so I'm gonna clean everything out and then mix up a little more epoxy, put it through the vacuum chamber. You don't need to see all that again, so be right back. Everything is mixed. I did 8 more ounces. I split it up, I colored everything, and vacuum chambered it. So I have the clear here. I'm just gonna top this one up, which doesn't need very much. And then I'll probably fix the colors because I am moving them. So this is probably gonna hold about 21 to 22 ounces. That looks good right there. So let me just drip in the light blue and a little bit of aquamarine and just fix these little areas. I'm just gonna grab a little dotting tool. Hopefully it doesn't look too different than the rest of it. You do get kind of a different look when you drop it on the back as when you pour it in clearly. And it looks really cool around here. I just want to break some of this up a little bit. It's pulling to the center. I colored couple ounces of just the aquamarine for the center dish. I don't want it to be like pulling like that. And a little bit more blue. The blue is, because it's so much lighter, I think, it's hard to stay. Plus I poured all that extra clear right here. All right, that should be good. And then take your lighter, pop them bubbles. Okay, let me move this to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna use this aquamarine again. I leave the paper on the bottoms of these so they move easier. So this is the aquamarine in here. I didn't know how much I needed. I'm sure I have too much. And this has like a little tiny crystal edge around the edge that I'm going to put my dotting tool in, because the bubbles will love to get stuck in there. Whoops. See them all come out? Okay, that's good. So I have a little extra of that. And I don't want to, let me use my long neck lighter for this one. All the bubbles are around the edge. Other than that, it's crystal clear, beautiful. I will move this one. For these magnets here, I used my black pigment paste. And I only mixed up, I don't know, 1.5 ounces. I've got 6 colored. I can color more if I need to, but we're gonna pour these 6 for now. And these are deep. These are like chocolate molds that I got from the store. So you don't have to pour them completely. Actually, that's going to be about all I need. You don't have to make them as thick as they are. But since I have the resin, I'm just going to fill them up. So that was the perfect amount. That's funny. Probably couldn't do that again if I wanted to. Okay, that's good. For the picture frame, let me move this. Got a couple bubbles right there. There we go. The picture frame, I use this gorgeous Nokon blue from Eye Candy. Love that color. I am gonna spray this one because it's got so many nooks and crannies, and use my dotting tool to go into all of those nooks and crannies. This is a matte mold, but the finish on this looks so pretty with mica powders in it. It looks like satin when you're done. I guess they like them because they've already purchased, I think, 3 of them from me. If you saw me do the pink ones, they bought those. And now this is for Meg. She wanted 2 more. I guess her daughter does photography and she wanted 2. So 2 of these will be getting the acetate on the back to use as picture frames. 2 of them will not be getting the acetate because I think she wants them as a prop for her photography, so she didn't need the acetate in them. That's a cute little prop. I'm just gonna fill that as much as I can. That's it for that one. And then the turtle, I'm gonna do green and aquamarine with my clear and kind of do the same thing that I did in there. Except I'm just gonna go random. And this is for Elisa, who ordered that green turtle the other day, and then she saw me pour this and like, oh, I want one of those little turtles. So that's what we're doing. So since they're going to the same house, I decided to use some of the same colors she already got. Oh gosh, I got extra. Let's see. And this is the Water Ripple Turtle by Into Resin. So that's gonna look gorgeous. Love that one. Okay, I'm gonna just pour this extra into these flowers since it's already out. We'll make some magnets. The black was gone, that's good. Okay, we'll do some clear ones. Well, aquamarine ones, I should say. Then I need to do something with that clear. I'm gonna put some color in it. So much resin, oh my goodness. It's a packed video today, as usual. I mean, it's really no different than any other day of my life because I'm not good at guesstimating. Okay, so this has popped up some more bubbles. Let me get rid of those. This has as well. Come on, this one doesn't work as good. Get rid of those. This is already getting thick. I could tell by the way the bubbles are popping. Okay. I'm going to figure out what to do with this, get that poured into something, and I'll see you on Demold.
Crafting beauty day by day. Shimmer, blooms that shine. Each piece crafted so divine, with silver hues and shades of blue. Her art reflects a vibrant view. Glitz and glitter, watch them dance. In Michelle's hands they find their chance. Resin flows and sparkles play, crafting beauty day by day. Crafted so divine, with silver hues and shades of blue. Her art reflects a vibrant view, pouring passion into each mold. Stories and colors silently told, a touch of sparkle, a dash of grace. Michelle's art, a radiant space. Glitz and glitter, watch them dance. In Michelle's hands they find their chance. Resin flows and sparkles play, crafting beauty day by day. So here's to Michelle and her flair, creating treasures with love and care. Glitz and glitter shining bright.
I got most of these things done. So here's the two purple flowers. Well, I think I did these off camera. So these are what I poured with the rest of it. I added a little purple mica to that clear. I just highlighted them in silver. This one has a little opening here, so I just put this here so if whoever gets it wants to use it as a charm or an ornament or whatever. So those are those. Here is the blue. Now this is not a shiny mold because it's a chocolate mold, so I just jazzed it up with a little bit of silver. They're drying right now. This is the leftover, the blue from the frame. Here's the mica powder ones. She wanted gold centers, so I just highlighted. These do have bubbles in the petals, but there's really no way around it, especially if it's poured last. And there's this one. I just highlighted the center and those little petals. And then for the frame, this came out gorgeous. It always looks like satin. So I just highlighted all the filigrees with the silver paint pen. And I rhinestoned it out just like I did the other ones for her. So I will put acetate on this. I'm going to glue acetate on the back, 2 pieces sandwiched together, so you could put a photograph in there, but I will do that later. I did not unmold the frog without you because I knew I wasn't going to be doing anything to it. And here it is. You can't really see a differentiating color. It's a little lighter on this side, but that's about it. So that's going to go to Elisa. Hope you like your green frog to match your other green frog we made. And now for, let me move these magnets. I try to keep them separated when they're drying, otherwise the magnetism kind of draws them to each other and then all your magnets are off center. So let's get Mama Jama over here. Here is the little dish. I don't see any bubbles at all. Look at that. Beautiful. Not a bubble in sight. The crystal edge. This is very shallow, so I'm not sure how much you could stick in there, but it goes in the center nonetheless. Getting this one out, let me take this paper off first, is the question. But looking at the back, it's all still marbled just the way I left it. So that's a good sign that we will have a 3-toned dish. This thing is huge. I'm just gonna kind of peel it backwards, I think. I don't know the best way to do this one because obviously I've never done it before. Okay, it's coming. Flip it around. I would like to do this one a couple of times, seeing that they sent me this very expensive mold and I don't want it to go to waste sitting on a shelf, so I might try to do other things with it. Okay, here we go. Look at that. That is so pretty. Let me put this behind it. Actually, let me get the paper. It's lighter. You could always paint the back if you wanted to. Look at that. I like it. And then this goes, oh, it's tiered. So there's a big opening there if you don't want to use the little dish that fits in. Does it fit? Yeah, it fits. It fits nice and tight too. But you don't have to use it. Now I won't be able to get it out, watch. You don't have to use it because that's got a really deep opening if you'd rather have the deep opening. That is gorgeous. Here's the sides. Everything is blinged out. Right up my alley. Love the color shift. How would you like to see this done? Give me some ideas on, something other than blue. It's beautiful. There are a few little tiny bubbles that ended up in there, but that's okay. You can't even tell with all the facets glistening. Oh, I think it's just gorgeous. I am going to trim this. Where is my deburring tool? It's not where it belongs. Put it that way. I really want to use that too. So I guess I will find it later. I wonder if Mr. Glitz put it somewhere. Things don't always get put back where they belong when he's in my room, but it's definitely not where it belongs. So I'm going to find that later, and I'm going to just deburr the edge because it gives a nice cleaner cut. I can't believe I can't find it. Oh, there it is. It's in the wrong container. This one's pretty good. This doesn't need a whole lot. Maybe I'll just use a piece of sandpaper. So this, I'm just gonna take it all off in one swipe on each side. And get that sharp edge off so nobody hurts themselves. Just make sure you're at a good angle. It's best to do this hanging over the edge of your counter. Otherwise you will scratch it with the top of this piece will scratch like right here. Trust me, I've done it plenty of times before I learned how to use it correctly. There you go. That's all it needed. Maybe one little spot here. And yes, this does move. I thought it was broken when I got mine a couple years ago. I'm like, this is weird. Shouldn't do that. Well, yes, they do that. Just gonna feel around, do these edges again. And you could put those little rubber bumpers on the bottom too, if you don't want it to go onto the counter like that. I actually have some. Let me go grab them. I'm just gonna clean it with alcohol before I stick them on here, so they stick in place. This is so pretty. I love it. So these little rubber things, don't ask me where I got them. I think I got them at the hardware store. It's been quite a long time. I'm just going to put one in each corner and one in the center. And then you don't have to worry about your countertops. Perfect. What do you think? Here's a little tray. I will just take a little piece of sandpaper, go all the way around that edge, knock that edge off. And wash this bag down. Some alcohol. And there you have it, guys. That's it for today. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to get you guys some pictures. Oh, that fits so much better now that I sanded that little edge down. So that's good. It moves if you want it to move. Love this. Thank you so much, Into Resin. I absolutely love this mold. Now I got to clean it out because I just sanded right over it. There are even diamonds on the inside of there. Huh. Somebody was placing a lot of stones. Really pretty. Oh, look, I just noticed all these little like round pieces. None of them have a bubble in them. Wow. That's amazing. None of them. They are bubble free. All right. Thank you guys for coming back today. You might want to stop by tomorrow because tomorrow is the giveaway for the Into Resin mold this month. So everybody inside and outside the country, anybody who can get packages from Into Resin can enter. And yeah, so far everybody's claimed their gifts. I haven't had to do any runners up. So make sure you come back tomorrow. We're going to get that given away and we're going to do the last mold from Into Resin for the month. All right, guys, I hope you have a blessed day. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly daily streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew, in every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace, in her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining